Hey, very good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty. Today is Wednesday, the weekly expiry, 11th of October 2023, and the current time is 9:08 a.m. IST. So first of all, let's understand, what happened yesterday and what's the overall context. Okay. So yesterday we had, one of those days, a very important days wherein a nice short covering happened, and previously we were in a up move. So basically we had one time framing higher for 3 days. This particular auction was a retest of the buyers, so basically those who bought in this range, right? Market just took them out of the auction. Smart players, they built their positions, and yesterday we had a nice short covering. So I was actually yesterday I was actually long biased, but yeah, I was not executing the trades properly. That's why I have been making losses, but yeah, I was able to recover those losses. But overall, what I'm seeing is the we had a nice balance at where the supply got shut off. So this is the earlier previous 2-day balance. This is the value area low. That's where again supply came in, and then we just had a sort of a balancing between 44,500 and 44,600. Okay, but overall what I'm seeing is we have got trapped supply or trapped shorts. Okay, so these are the areas where I'm looking for responsive buying. So we have got two single prints, and we will be let me look at the pre-open data first, because the data is already out. So we are opening 200 points up, yeah, so above 44,554 or 560. Okay, so now if I look at the delta, the print, so currently where we are opening is we are opening into an area where previously there are trapped buyers. Okay, so we are going to open within the low volume area node, and that is around this particular high. So this is where I'm looking for responsive selling. I'm looking for supply to come in. So what is going to happen is this level will be holding. This is where supply will be coming in. So we are opening around 44,554. And if I look from the futures chart, the futures have, what I'm seeing is there is supply around the 800. Above 800 is where I'm seeing some supply seen. Apart from that, I'm seeing there will be a couple of stops at 750, at 700. So as the auction is opening about 200 points, so on the futures the close was 530. So it is going to open around 730, 730-ish level. So 700 is the area where I'll be observing. So we are obviously going to open gap up, and this is the area where I'm looking for supply to be coming in. This is the high of this particular auction. Okay, so from the spot I know that I will not be looking to buy, because I know that previously there are trapped buyers, so they will be adding the supply. So I'll be observing the reaction at 44,500, 44,570, 590 and 600. Yeah, so these are the four levels where I'm currently observing the auction. And if I look at the stops which are built, so there are a couple of stops up to 44,800. Yes, there are a couple of stops, plus we have got all this unfinished auctions. We also have got trapped buyer here from the order flow chart. Okay, so a lot of unfinished auctions at the low, so this anomalies they will be getting cleared. So I'm looking for, so as the auction is going to open, I am not looking to take any trades. I just want to observe the reaction at 800, at 600 and 500, and here there are about 2 lakh sort of 20 lakh sort of sell orders which will be coming in. Okay, so as the auction is going to open, I'm looking for responsive selling and see the reaction at 44,500. Do I get any accumulation here or range bound movement? Because if once I get a range bound movement, then I'll be looking for a breakout. So look above and fail, look below and fail, those sort of trade setup. And if I see continuation from the print, I'm looking for the price to tag the 44,500 level. And if I look from the inventory perspective, so as we are opening above the 44,500 level, so this is that 44,500 level, so a lot of CE will be trapped. Okay, so for the moment, this will be acting as the level of support. So this is going to act as a level of support, and I'm looking for continuation higher towards the 45,000 level. Okay, so that's the overall trade plan, which I have for today. Today is also the expiry, weekly expiry. So just be careful, don't be in a hurry to take any trades. I will be taking a couple of trades live, based on the delta, based on the data which is coming in. And I'm seeing more supply overhead. Yeah, so I'm looking for supply to come in. I am not in any hurry to take any trades. Okay, so let me just log into my one-click account. And I'll show you my MTM, how much I made yesterday. Sorry, play. Okay, so currently I have got 41k of funds, which are available in the auction. So I'll just make this market, I'll just close this. So the auction will open. Let's see, what's the reaction. So I'm looking at here. So clearly it looked below, and now I'm seeing continuation. So I'm waiting for it to go below and, tag the 44,500. From the order flow, all the anomalies are getting cleared. 44,800 is the area where I'm expecting supply to be shutting off, and basically supply to be coming in, not shutting off. So we are currently getting accepted in this range, and supply spotted. See where exactly to the tick is at 44,600 level. Okay, so this is where some responsive selling has come in. Sellers are coming in at 600. Now let me just hit refresh to this chart. So it looked above 600. So let's see whether we get continuation, because there are sellers, which will be coming in this price range, looking at the print, looking at the data. Okay, so I am seeing continuation. Short covering is happening. Let me just look at the order flow data also. Okay, now buyers are the ones, which are getting trapped in the current auction. Okay, so 44,650. So we are opening into this low volume area node. This is where I'm looking for supply to be coming in, and this is where I'm, that's why I said that there is supply overhead. Okay, so I was in a short trade. This was the first trade, opening trade. I entered at 216. I was just trailing my SL. That time it was trading at 223. I kept my SL at 222. Okay, so this was a quick, a sort of a quick trade wherein I entered at 917, and see how quickly, I'm just entering and exiting, in the trade. So this was one quick scalp wherein I was just for 27 seconds, in the trade. But yeah, again, the reason why I entered this particular trade is I saw the buyers getting trapped, and I was looking for some sideways auction development. So when I entered here at 216, that time it was trading at 211. Okay. So if it goes below 210, that's where, I was planning to exit. But I was seeing the price was just getting absorbed, and then from 211 it quickly jumped to 220. So that's where, I started to trail my SL. Okay. So this was the first trade wherein on the put side, wherein I bought at 216.4. I kept my SL at 222. It got hit at 221 as a market order. I need to check why limit is coming in. I believe because of this market protection order type, which has been introduced by OI Pulse for one click. It adds some protection. So I still need to understand what is this, but by default, it is selected here. When ideally it should be this. But anyway, so this was the first trade. This was just a quick test trade. So currently I am seeing more supply getting trapped in the current auction. So I'm just removing all these areas, and it has hit this particular levels. So I'm just clearing those levels, and I'm just marking where I'm looking for the stops. Okay. So currently a lot of buyers are getting trapped. Let me just jump to the other chart. So yeah, overall it has cleared out the previous area where the stops were present. We have opened gap up, and this is where the supply has came in. So this particular is the high which was made on the Tuesday 6th of October. So this particular 3rd of October. So this is where the supply is coming in, and this is also a low volume area node. So that's where auction will pause. Yeah. So today I'm expecting a choppiness, a range bound auction within this particular range. Okay. So let's see, now I'm observing at 682 and 786. These are the two zones. These are the two areas where I'm observing the auction. Plus, there is a gap, so there is a gap which has not been filled. So we might have today, as it's a weekly expiry, we might have a gap fill. And, so I'm now, just patiently waiting and watching. But looking at the current order flow, what am I seeing is more buyers are the ones, which are trapped. Overall delta is pretty flat. Okay. So I know I can take a long trade, but I am not, because of the premiums eroding right at the open. So currently what we have is a line in sand. This is where buyers are trapped. This is where sellers are trapped. Yeah. This is supply. This is where buyers are trapped. So it is going to chop. Okay. So whenever such scenario develops, wait for the auction to. So now I'm seeing continuation. Yep. Now some short covering is seen. So this is where, you can take a long trade, because now, it will continue higher. Okay. Let me just look at the print. So overall trend sentiment is telling me that the trend is up. Okay, so there are buyers coming in here currently. Yep, that's where the buyers are coming in. So for futures, I'm seeing the next destination where I'm looking for supply is from 823 to 850. Okay, so this is a safe zone, to enter a long trade. Keep your SL here, and the target for first the gap to be filled and targeting the continuation higher. Let me just look at the. So there is also an HV in here. Yeah, so I'm expecting again more supply to come in. We are actually in the balance, so I'm expecting rotational movement. And yeah, we are at the 1 standard deviation also. Yearly we are also at the 1 standard deviation. And from the inventory perspective, so the calls are the ones which are exiting at 44,500, and we are just going to chop within this two range, because currently what I'm seeing is put inventory getting created, call inventory getting created here. So this is where call inventory is getting created, this is where put inventory is getting created, but open interest is seen from the call side. Okay, so we are going to chop within this range. Currently the auction or the ball is in the court of the buyers. The selling is still weak. So overall inventory is long. I'm looking for continuation higher. And yep, so more buyers are coming in. So if you have taken a long trade, you can plan your exit. And if you have got any questions here, do let me know. You can use the live chat on YouTube. Okay, but currently, yeah, another zone is here where I'm looking for trapped buyers. So this is where again supply will be coming in at 700. So we are seeing continuation higher. So I'm looking for continuation higher. First target is 800. 800 and above is where I'm seeing a lot of supply. There is a stacked supply, and so this is where I'm seeing some trapped buyers. So it is gonna just chop, let it chop, and if you are in profit, you can just exit with the profits, because currently I'm seeing, okay, more positions are getting created. Supply is the ones who are buying the current auction. Okay, so I'm just observing. We are nearing to an HVN. That's where the auction might stop. So I'm actually looking for a range bound auction today. Let's see. Plus, based on the structure, I'm seeing that we are at a break cost basis or the break even. Okay, so my now next zone is 700, 800 in future, 700. That's where I'm observing. So obviously the auction is going to range bound within these two levels between 600 and 700. Okay, so I just want to be careful. I don't want to get trapped into the chop. Now what will happen is we are just going to range bound. Okay, once we are range bound, we should have a breakup and we should have breakout and a continuation. If we do not see a continuation, then expect a range bound or a rotational movement. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, does 740 level break? So that's my trade plan. If this breaks, then I'm looking for continuation lower and see that we clear, or we first of all repair all this anomalies or the unfinished auctions. Okay, so I'll just delete all these levels and I'll just mark. So this is a gap, unfinished auction. Okay, these are also unfinished auction. So 44,650 is where supply is shutting off. That's where we saw trapped sellers. Again, it is continuing higher. So I'm looking for it to continue towards, go above 800. Yeah. So now more supply is getting trapped in the current auction. 654 on the spot is where, so now I'm seeing more supply coming in up. Okay, so after the rotational, yes, supply is coming in. So we are again gonna get chopped. So just be careful. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, there is a zone here. So currently there is an area where the supply is trapped. So we have supply trapped. So basically buyers are trapped here, sellers are here, buyers are here, buyers are here, sellers are here. Yeah. So very congested market, or I would say, so I'm expecting rotational movement between 780 to 740. Yeah. This 40-point range, let the positions be built. Currently delta is positive overall, but see, now it is moving lower. So just, that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for continuation lower now, but nope, we are going to chop in this overall range. So how many buyers have we got trapped? 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 5, 10, 1.3, 1.2. Yeah, 2.5k buyers are trapped here. So obviously auction will be holding, will be pausing here, and I'm waiting for it to go lower. Okay, it is now at a round number, that is at 650. Here again 750. It is, supply is developing lower. It has broken this. Now I'm looking for continuation lower. So I missed executing the put trade. That's fine, but I just want to observe how the auction is getting developed. Today I am not in a mood to take any more trades. The reason is I did not slept. I didn't had a sound sleep yesterday. So I'm having headaches and I'm not in the right. So basically I have a checklist If I see any of the things, which is against the checklist, that's where, I just pause, because it's always better to save money rather than, or not to trade, rather than, pushing the button and, getting trapped. Yeah. So auction is developing lower now. At any up move is where, I'm looking for supply to come in. So I'm looking for continuation lower, filling all this gap. So as it is moving higher, right, this is where I'm looking for sellers. Sellers are spotted here. There is also, we have got trapped buyers here. So I'm looking for, this is where supply will be coming in. So I'm looking for continuation lower. Okay. If I don't see continuation lower, that means something has changed in the auction. Yeah. As it is moving higher, this is where sellers are going to come in. Okay, so it has tagged VWAP. I'm not seeing any buyer absorption, big player absorption right now. Let me, okay, even though I'm not seeing any absorption on the BankNifty stocks. Let me just look at Axis Bank. So I was also looking at Axis Bank. So this is where I was expecting supply, but it opened above. This is where supply got shut off, and this is where, the supply came in. And on the futures chart, yep, this is where the supply is coming in. Let me just go to HDFC Bank and the HDFC Bank futures chart. So this is 550. This is 550. Okay. So what I'm seeing is there is supply trapped. So basically there are sellers at 1540, buyers are trapped at 1535, and we are just below that. So I'm looking for the price to move lower and go towards 1525, because that's where I'm expecting some responsive buying. So currently HDFC Bank, there is supply in the futures, supply in the spot. So this is the NSE, this is the equity chart, this is the futures chart. Okay, I'm expecting continuation lower. So what's happening here? Yep. So you saw that, right? So supply is coming in, and now we are going to fill all this anomalies. Okay. So that's how, I'm just combining data to execute. I would say not execute, but create a trade plan, create my intraday trade plan, and then, and then buy options. Sometimes I make money, sometimes I lose money. It's just that execution is the one, which I need to focus upon. So I'm looking for continuation lower. HDFC Bank, I'm looking for the low to be broken. Here on the futures, it is already coming lower. Anyways, that's perfectly fine. And here, yep, it is going below VWAP. So there is some absorption of supply seen. So still we are in this range of 682 to 786, right? So I'm expecting some range bound auction here. Currently more buyers are trapped. That's why the auction is moving lower. Now I'm looking for it to go. So what's happening? It's looking below 720 and failed, 720 and failed. So that is a market generated information suggesting me that there is someone absorbing the supply. So basically those who were trapped yesterday, they are coming and buying here. Okay. So yep, it is going to chop, it is going to range bound. Yep, absorption seen at VWAP. Okay. So currently none of those 693 it's not reached there. Currently it's 739. That's where I'm seeing a lot of chop. So again, it is moving higher. I'm looking for, see if the sellers come in again, failure for supply to come in, you can then expect a short covering move to the upside. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. Nope, there aren't any questions. So it is moving above the 650 level. Some short covering is seen, but yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm looking for continuation now. It's moving above. Is it dropping below? It's moving above. Is it dropping below? I'm just looking at this particular price. Currently, I'm seeing there is sellers here. Let me go to HDFC Bank. More supply here. Supply here. So we are again chopping. So again, we are in a range bound auction. So this entire auction, right, from 740 to 780, this is going to be range bound, right? So this is where I'm looking for sellers. Again, supply just tagged here and now it is again developing lower. Yeah. So just using simple data points and, you know, creating a trade plan, and then you just need to focus on execution. Okay. So it's going to spend some time here. So let the big players fight. Now, what if, you know, so you will ask me, okay, what to trade? Where's the next trade? Now, the next trade is odds of buyers to absorb all this supply, odds are low. So the next trade is 720. I'm looking at 720 and I'm seeing, do we get continuation lower? Yeah. So that's the short trade. The long trade is, I'm looking for all this to get absorbed and then, you know, see continuation higher at 800. Because the next area where I'm seeing supply is at 820 to 850 level. Okay. Currently we are just, you know, not even able to cross 750. So 750 on futures and 650 on spot. I'm seeing more buyers are getting trapped at 650. And that is coinciding with the data which is from the print, from the order flow data. Yeah. So I'm looking for continuation lower. That's my thesis. And, you know, I'm now looking to see whether the auction develops or the market develops as per my understanding. Yeah. So again, the next trade is let it break 720 and I'm looking for all these gaps to be filled. That's my trade plan. Unless and until that, just enjoy the chop. So let me just go to the smaller time frame. See, we are just hovering around VWAP. So whenever price is just hovering around VWAP, it is tagging, or it is basically trapping both the sellers and buyers. Yeah. So now I'm seeing a trend line getting formed. We might have an up move. The reason why I am not seeing a breakout is because there's a lot of supply overhead. So odds are higher that we might be breaking this VWAP and continuing lower and filling the gap. And the high of previous day is where I'm looking for. This is the level where I'm looking for the supply to be shutting off, see some responsive buying. Okay. So at current open and at the high of yesterday is where. So we are in a choppy range. Don't take any trades. Unless and until if you're an option seller, you can do the straddle trade. But currently I'm not seeing any directional trades. Looking at the current data, you know, which is getting, or the print which is getting built. Okay. And I have also not taken any trades. Yeah. So I'm just opening my one click. I've just taken one trade on the put side. This was that particular trade. And, you know, this is the 41K account. Okay. So I'm just waiting and watching. Now something has changed in the auction on the spot. It is developing above 650. So the absorption is happening on the spot. Same way on the futures, absorption is happening on the futures. So now don't be in a hurry to take a long. Only take a long if it goes above 780. Because if you take a long, supply is present here, supply will be coming in, and this is a big resistance zone. This is where supply, or basically all the buying is going to get absorbed. Supply is going to come in here. Yeah. So a risky bet is 740. A safe bet is let it break 720. So it is developing about 650. That's a good sign. So market is shifting. market dynamics are shifting. But nope, futures now again the buyers are trapped. On the spot we have got some buying here, so I would avoid to take a long trade. So more buyers are absorbing. So basically the supply are the one who are buying here. So there is a change happening on the spot. Futures again I'm seeing trapped buyers above 750 level. So I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this, I'm also looking at this. So on the spot the market dynamics has changed. It is telling me that it will go long, but on the futures, yep, so I'm waiting for 780 to break. More buyers are getting trapped here. So we are in a choppy zone. I'm waiting for 780 to break now. Spot has already shown me the clarity, but I'm not taking any trades. I want the auction to go above 780 because supply is present here. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying just be careful, just be careful, just be careful. See, sellers are coming in here as the auction is going higher, right? Supply is coming in, and then smartly it is going to trap the buyers, and then it will drop below 650. Okay, more selling is coming in now. So I'm looking at this level and see if it goes below this. Here also supply is coming in. Okay, so any moment we might either have a short covering move to the upside, a breakout, or we are going to chop and then we will have a drop. So it is going below this line. Nope. Is it going below this line? Nope. Let me go to a smaller time frame. So again, it is going towards VWAP. Yep, it is going below this line now. So now it is trapping the buyers, those who are coming at VWAP, and it is going to go lower. Let's see whether that auction develops or not. So I'm looking for the VWAP to be broken because there are stops below VWAP. So I'm looking to see. So supply is getting absorbed currently at 739. I'm waiting for it to break now. See, that's why I say don't be long. You only be long after 780. This is where a lot of sellers, this is a big resistance zone. Okay, so it is again some responsive buying seen at 650. Again, there is buyers present at 747. So does it mean I should take a long now? No, you shouldn't take a long. Just wait, let the big players fight. Okay, so some absorption at VWAP. Now a lot of, even I earlier used to look at this, right? Okay, I'll take a long, I'll keep my SL below VWAP. My target is this, quick scalp, 20 points, I'm done for the day. But in reality, I was missing in connecting the dots with the data. I was not looking at that the supply is present overhead. Yeah, again, sellers are coming in at this particular zone. So we'll just observe this. Yeah, I'll just be going on mute. So just watch the reaction here, here, and here. Yeah, I'll just be back. Okay, so it's still just hovering around this range. Yeah. Let me just look at the inventory which is getting created. So more puts inventory is getting created at 600, call inventory is creating at 700. So we are just going to be range bound. Okay, delta is still positive. Again, 780, let it break. Then I'm looking for continuation higher and see this top to be taken out. That's the plan for the long side. For the short side is risky is 740, safe bet is 720. Okay, so as B period is open, now I'm looking for look above and continue lower. So let's see whether that particular auction happens or not. Okay, there's a supply here, trap buyers here, more supply here. So I'm looking for it to go above and continue lower. So 740 is the line in sand. Yep, it looked below. Let's see. Now I'm looking for continuation lower. It went to 736 and again coming up. So what it is doing is it is trapping those people. So it will be hitting the stops below VWAP. So I'm looking for a drop. Do I get that? So overall sentiment is telling me so this is AI and the algo, it is telling me that the sentiment is up. There is some absorption seen now. That's a good sign. But I'm looking for a drop because overhead there is supply. So I'm just connecting the dots. Yeah, let's see whether this is helping or not. Refresh this chart. Also refresh this chart. So don't take a long, you will be getting trapped. So some absorption is definitely seen at VWAP. Yep, it is moving higher. Let it continue higher. It looked above. So now you can take a long trade. So I said wait for 780 to break. So now it's a good opportunity to take a long trade, targeting this level, that is at 812. Okay, so this level will be getting hit now. And you should be out of the trade now. Yeah, so that was a one quick scalp. So I hope you learned something new, how I'm combining the data. The reason why I said long is this move, when it moved up, right, this was a short covering move. And when it came below, I was expecting responsive buying in this zone. That's what the auction happened. And then, it tagged this particular level. That's where I'm looking for sellers to again come in. Yeah. So this was a good long trade. Now it is also heading into the supply, and 700 is tagged. Now 700 is also the area where the lot of call inventory is getting created. Yeah, it's also open interest and also call inventory. So they will be defending this position, and I'm looking for it to auction to develop lower and let it fill this particular gap. Okay, does it fill this gap? Let's see, because this is where I'm looking for some responsive buying. Okay, so I hope you learned something new today. If you have got any questions, or if you're watching this in the recorded session, just feel free to comment below. Let me know, what are your comments. I'll be happy to answer. And if you want to connect with me, you can, there's a Calendly link. And if you want to use a couple of these indicators, just let me know. and I'll be happy to provide you the trial version. Okay. So thank you again. I hope you have a safe expiry session today. So do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah. With that, ending the session, and bye for